I wanted to read aloud a letter that a lady named Peter gave to me. I've toured many childcare centres in the 6 months since being elected to Parliament. They are a heartwarming and very fuzzy way to spend your morning, and I recommend the experience to everybody in the chamber. And something I do when I go around and meet people for the first time, either at community groups, businesses, community events, is I say, if you could send one message to Canberra, what would it be? And this lady gave me an answer at the time, but then came and found me a few weeks later and hand-delivered this letter. And she said, "My apologies, Anika." Honestly, Early Educator is just the best people in the world. "You asked me a question about my message to Canberra, and to be honest, I hadn't really considered this question prior to it being asked. You see, as an educator, I turn up to work day in and day out, and I give my all, and I make myself physically, mentally and emotionally available to the 22 children in my care. I, to the best of my ability for those 6 contact hours, push aside my personal life and become a nurturing, encouraging, patient, knowledgeable teacher. I don't often think about or consider the people that have made the rules, that make all of the decisions, that decide what my job is and how it should be done and what exceeding practice should look like. I love my job, and I struggle to call it a job because that word job just doesn't do it justice. I'm passionate about being an early childhood professional, and I believe on some level it's what I was created to do. So upon pondering your question further, these are my thoughts about our sector, about our work, and about our children and the families, and about our future. Is the current early childhood education and care system serving the right people with the right purpose? Families, more commonly nowadays, both parents are working harder than ever, longer hours than ever to make ends meet for their young families. But the loss of childcare cancels out earnings. It's a lose-lose scenario. We need to find a win-win scenario for early childhood education and care. We are on the brink of losing our precious kindergarten structure because parents cannot meet the demands of the workplace and fit in with our hours. However, the kindergarten program is a highly valued and regarded institution in the community. Long daycare should not be the only option for our young children. If we are struggling more than ever to get students and school leavers to consider studying early education and also to retain new and existing teachers, we must take a step back and ask where and how we are failing our teachers. Stricter regulations, ratio pressures, time constraints, impossible expectations handed down from desk sitters is not the answer to training and retaining high-quality educators. Assessing services on one set of standards and then reassessing on another, tougher standard, is sending mixed messages and degrading the hard work, the high-quality work, the exceeding work of experienced, dedicated and passionate practitioners. So you see, this job, this calling that I love so much, that I live for, is under threat. And do you know who is going to pay for that? Our most precious commodity, our children, the future of our nation, our future world leaders. What message are we sending to them? We've got to get real about early childhood education and care, and we must ask ourselves, is our current early childhood education and care system serving the right people with the right purpose? Thank you for your time. And that's Peter from C&K Nunda.